Being married to someone who has a chronic illness it's an emotional experience. My name is Paul Angele. I was born in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I grew up in Bellingham, Washington, and that is where I met my wife, Mikki. She is the most amazing person. I mean, have you seen her smile? It's amazing.
He's a very calm person, and like I said, I'm really high-strung, and so it's a really, to me, it's a nice combination because he's very soft-spoken, comes across as gruff sometimes, but he's a total softie. He's great.
Eventually we became romantic, and that's when we decided to get married.
The wedding was absolutely wonderful. It was perfect. We got married in the same church my parents got married in, so that meant a lot to get married in that church. And I was just really happy that, you know, I'd found somebody that I wanted to hang out with for the rest of my life, basically.
There's me being cool.
Yeah. You're always cool, baby. I had woken up with shoulder pain about, I don't know, maybe a little over a week earlier, and I just thought I'd slept on my shoulder wrong, right? So after a week of it's not getting better, it's getting worse, I finally was like, okay, I need to go to the doctor.
Nobody wants to hear they have MS, and it was a very, very difficult thing to go through. She is the type of person that, yes, she is upset that she has MS, but she was more upset probably that I had to deal with a wife that had MS. And that's not even crossing my mind. I'm just more concerned about her.
And even though the diagnosis at the time was benign, which is the mildest form of MS, you know, it's life-altering. It's one of those things where this is going to affect me for the rest of my life. This is something that I have to worry about passing on to my children. And Paul was just, he was my rock through the whole thing. I mean, he completely let me, when I needed to, just completely bawl and get upset, and was totally there for me. And I think it's really brought us closer together as a couple to realize what the more important things are.
I mean, I hear about some people getting a disease and then their spouse leaves them because they don't want to go through the pain and suffering of that. I, on the other hand, love Mikki very much, and I will support her any way I can.
One of the biggest things with MS is fatigue, and I had no idea that this is why, but I would get really, really tired, overwhelmingly tired. You feel like you're wearing a lead suit. I was like, I literally can't go do this. And after getting diagnosed, this is why this has been happening. This makes sense now, you know?
So we really have to shuffle what we can do for, you know, with what our disease can allow her to do, and spend more quality time together. If it's just being there when she needs me, I'm going to be there.
Having someone like Paul in my life who cares about me the way he does makes absolutely all the difference in the world with being able to deal with something like this. It makes it so you don't feel like you're doing it on your own, and you don't feel alone, and there's someone you can talk to, and it's a very comforting feeling, and I wouldn't trade it for anything or trade him for anything.
Mikki has taught me that love is probably the most important thing. She's a very, you know, incredible person and has really taught me how to be a better person.
MS isn't going to affect the way that we live our lives. I mean, I'm sure when treatment starts there's going to be adjustments, but it's not going to affect the things that we want to do with ourselves and with our lives. It might alter some of the ways we do them. We're going to have to be flexible in the way that we deal with things, but it's not going to affect the way our plans and our goals and our future.